Every man has one story he never tells out loud. The woman he let slip away. The one he wasn't ready for. The one he didn't understand until it was too late. And if you're a Sigma female, that woman is you. You don't chase. You don't beg. You don't force what isn't meant for you. And that calm confidence doesn't just walk away quietly. It haunts people. Because long after you leave, something strange happens. Men finally realize the truth. You weren't difficult. You were rare. You weren't closed off. You were protecting your peace. You weren't too much. They were simply not enough. Today we're breaking down the real psychology behind why Sigma females become the one that got away every single time. Picture this. A man scrolling through his phone at 2 a.m. Past conversations, old photos, and then he stops. On her name. Her last message? 3 months ago. I wish you well. When someone fights for you, screams, cries, sends those desperate 3 a.m. paragraphs, your brain registers. I still have power here. But when someone walks away without fighting, that triggers something primal. You're not dealing with rejection. You're dealing with irrelevance. She didn't lose you. She released you. Like you were something she was holding that she decided wasn't worth carrying anymore. Suddenly he's replaying moments. That time he canceled plans and she said no problem with too much ease. That time he pulled away and she just let him. No questions asked. He thought those were signs she didn't care. Now he realizes those were signs she cared about herself more. The Sigma female becomes unforgettable because she was the first woman who didn't need him to stay. And by the time he figures out what that meant, the number's blocked, the door's closed. She's already building a life where he's nothing but a footnote. Most women, when they like someone, start performing, proving their worth, being likable, agreeable, available. The Sigma female doesn't do this. She doesn't overshare trauma to create false intimacy. She doesn't laugh at unfunny jokes. She doesn't text first to prove interest. She just exists. Fully herself. Take it or leave it. And men panic. They think, she's not that into me. So they pull back. Test her. Wait to see if she'll chase. When she doesn't, when she matches their distance, they assume she didn't care. Years later, he's with someone who needs constant validation, who monitors his location, who spirals when he doesn't text back. And he remembers her. The woman who never needed to know where he was. Because she was secure enough to trust or strong enough to walk away. She wasn't cold. She was free. And he mistook freedom for indifference. The new girlfriend wants to see him every day. Says I love you after 3 weeks. Posts couple photos constantly. He should feel wanted. Instead, he feels suffocated. The Sigma female had her own life. Friends. Passions. She didn't need him to be her entire world, because she already had one. When he was busy, she was fine. When he needed space, she gave it without guilt. When he showed up, she was present. When he didn't, she didn't fall apart. He thought that meant she didn't care enough. Now he realizes she cared enough about herself not to lose herself in him. There's a difference between a woman who needs you and a woman who chooses you. The woman who needs you drains you. The woman who chooses you enhances your life without demanding to be the center of it. The Sigma female doesn't do drama, doesn't create chaos to feel passion. She's just calm, steady, grounded. To a man conditioned to associate love with intensity, that feels wrong. He's used to roller coasters, explosive fights, passionate makeups. With her, there's just easy. Conversations that flow, comfortable silence, disagreements resolved without screaming. His brain misreads this as no chemistry, so he leaves for chaos, for someone passionate. And for a while, it feels like love because it's intense. But 6 months later, he's exhausted. Every day is a battle, and late at night, lying next to someone who just screamed at him for hours over nothing. He thinks about her. She wasn't boring. She was peace. Real, sustainable, healthy peace. He traded peace for chaos because he couldn't tell the difference between passion and toxicity. There's no dramatic confrontation, no "we need to talk," no list of everything you did wrong. One day you realize she's gone, and you can't pinpoint when. Maybe the third time you canceled and she said no worries too easily. Maybe when you texted after a week of silence and she responded politely but differently. Shorter, like she was talking to an acquaintance. You thought you could pull away and she'd still be there when you came back. But the Sigma female doesn't wait for men to figure out what they want. She gave you a chance. You showed her who you were. She believed you. So she closed a door you didn't know was closing. And now you're staring at silence. She doesn't do second chances. Not because she's cruel. Because when someone shows you they don't value you, believing them the first time is self-respect. Giving them another chance is self-destruction. She has one rule: I match what I receive. You text once a day? So does she. Take 3 days to respond? So does she. Keep things casual? Perfect. So does she. Most men don't notice. They're so focused on keeping options open that they don't realize she's doing the exact same thing, until one day they wake up and realize she's not chasing, not initiating, not planning, not asking questions. She's just mirroring. And suddenly the relationship feels empty, because it is. It's exactly as empty as the effort he's been putting in. So he panics, starts texting more, calling, making plans. But it's too late. While he was keeping options open, she closed hers. Not with anger, with quiet understanding that she deserves someone who doesn't need to lose her to realize her value. The Sigma female doesn't fight for attention. She removes herself from the competition entirely. He moves on, meets someone new. She's attractive, fun, available, but 3 weeks in, something feels off. She texts, "Good morning, beautiful," every day. Should feel nice? Feels performative. Wants to see him constantly. Should feel flattering. Feels needy. Gets upset when he wants alone time. Should show she cares. Feels exhausting. And suddenly his brain does something cruel. It compares. The Sigma female never needed daily affirmations. Never monopolized his time. Never made him feel guilty. He realizes he doesn't miss her because she was perfect. He misses her because she was easy to love. She made love feel like freedom, not obligation. The Sigma female challenged him without drama or games. When he was avoidant, she didn't chase, she gave space. That forced him to confront. Do I actually want this? When he was selfish, she didn't fight, she stopped accommodating. That forced him to realize, either I show up properly, or I lose her. She made him better without ever asking him to change. Now he's with someone who accepts everything, never questions, never pushes back. And he's dying of boredom, because growth happens in discomfort. The Sigma female held up a mirror, and nobody else makes him want to be better. 6 months in, his new relationship shows her tolerating disrespect, chasing when he pulls away, making excuses for his inconsistency, accepting bare minimum and calling it love. And he should be happy. This is easier. But instead, he feels disgusted, not with her, with himself. The Sigma female never tolerated disrespect, never chased, never sacrificed herself. She had standards, and those standards weren't there to punish him. They protected something sacred. Her peace, her dignity. She valued those things more than she valued him. At the time, that felt insulting. Now it feels like the highest form of love. Not anger, not tears, not accusations. Just nothing. Her Instagram posts are like he never existed. Her number works, but she doesn't answer. Or worse, she answers politely, formally, like he's a stranger. Hey, how have you been? I'm well, thank you. Hope you are too. That casual distance, that emotional detachment, it destroys him because he can't fight silence, can't apologize to indifference, can't fix something when the other person has already moved on. He checks her social media daily, looking for signs she's thinking about him, but there's nothing. Just a woman living her best life, and that silence screams, "You were replaceable, and I've replaced you with peace." The Sigma female leaves a mirror behind. Why did he pull away? Scared of intimacy, of commitment, of vulnerability. Why did he take her for granted? Because she was steady, reliable, always there. So he assumed she always would be. Why wasn't he ready? Chasing some imaginary better option, some fantasy that doesn't exist. Her absence forces these questions, and the answers are brutal. She wasn't the problem. He was. She wasn't asking for too much. He was offering too little. She wasn't difficult. He was immature. That self-awareness doesn't come from words. It comes from loss. And the Sigma female, without saying anything, teaches him the hardest lesson. Some people only grow after they've lost what mattered most. Every woman after her will be measured against her. None will compare, not because she was perfect, because she was whole. She didn't need him to fix her or complete her. She was already complete, and she invited him into that completeness. The next woman needs constant validation. The Sigma female validated herself. The next woman creates drama to feel alive. The Sigma female created peace. The next woman loses herself in relationships. The Sigma female never lost herself once, and he knows he's never finding that again. That's the curse. You don't just lose her. You lose the possibility of ever feeling that kind of peace again. When she trusts you, she trusts completely. No games, no tests, no walls. If you break that trust, it doesn't crack, it shatters. Completely, irreparably. There's no let's rebuild, no second chances. Because going back means accepting less than she deserves, and that's something she'll never do. Her trust was a gift. You lost it. Gifts don't get re-given to people who proved they didn't deserve them. By the time he realizes what he lost, she's not the same woman. She's evolved, healed, grown into a version that doesn't remember why she loved him. When she left, she didn't just leave the relationship. She left the version of herself that existed in it. And when he comes back, because they always come back, she looks at him and feels nothing. No anger, no longing. Just a vague memory of someone she used to know. The woman who loved him doesn't exist anymore. She shed that skin. When a Sigma female walks away, she doesn't leave the door cracked. She burns the entire house down and builds a new one. One you're not invited to. Going backward betrays the version of yourself who had the strength to leave. You had your chance. You showed her who you were. She believed you. Now the door's closed, locked, sealed. No amount of apologies, promises, or grand gestures will open it again. She doesn't re-enter cycles she's already healed from. She moves forward. Always forward. And you? You're behind her now. Permanently. Sigma females aren't the one that got away. That phrase implies you had them and lost them. That you were in control, but you never were. They're not the one that got away. They're the one who walked away. On purpose, with intention, with self-respect. They saw exactly who you were and decided, this isn't for me. They valued themselves more than your potential, chose peace over hope, dignity over compromise, freedom over forcing something that wasn't meant to be. You didn't lose them because you made a mistake. You lost them because they were never meant for someone who couldn't see their value in real time. They're not haunting you because they were perfect. They're haunting you because they were awake, conscious, self-aware enough to walk away from anything that didn't honor them. And that kind of woman doesn't get forgotten. Not because she was the most beautiful, or fun, or convenient, but because she was the most free. And freedom, once you've felt it in another person, becomes the standard by which you measure everyone else. She's not the one that got away. She's the one you weren't ready for. And by the time you are, she's long gone. If this resonated with you, I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below. Have you been the one that got away? Or have you finally realized who you let slip through your fingers? And if you want more content that cuts this deep, hit that subscribe button. Because we're not here for surface level content. We're here for the truth. Remember, you were never too much. You were just meant for someone who's enough. Until next time, stay rare, stay silent, stay unforgettable.